Hey, Nick.
How you
Uh,
doing?
Good. Want to start here with you've been through here with championship defenses, and now it's a big reset. What do you think this defense will need to do to rediscover to get back to that level as a team? And I'll have one other question.
Yeah, kind of the same as it's always been. You scrapped the year before. You come here and lay the groundwork with the guys you have in the building. Obviously, in years prior, we're able to kind of build off scheme wise with the players we had in the building. Obviously, it's a little bit different this year with the guys lost in the offseason. So I was kind of start from the bottom, built the foundation, find things that everybody in this defense plays well, does well in, and Coach Basson did a great job with that, along with just bringing in great competition throughout the camps and OTAs. So yeah, it's the same as it's always been, man. Start from ground one at the end goal in mind of competing for a Super Bowl.
Nick, you've always been proactive about looking at like new tape of guys that are coming in. I guess what did you make of the signings of Tonga and Gilman?
Yeah, super big for us. Gilman, especially in the back end, I think it's gonna be good for us being a vocal guy, getting guys orchestrating the back end, playing a lot of football, playing on different schemes. Even last year, being able to go and play at Baltimore half throughout the season, I think that was super huge in terms of seeing his communication. And then KT, another one of those guys that can tell intellectual, knows what he's talking about, knows the ball, been around different schemes, big guy up front. So again, I love all the big guys we can get. So, but yeah, he's be a great guy, a good person to be around for sure.
We'll go next to Blair Kirkhoff.
Hey, Nick, on the same lines, along the same lines, what do these newcomers need to know about a Chiefs defense?
Yeah, obviously this is like learning the groundworks of it, but a lot of communication. I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Hand signals, verbal communication, visual cues, all those things that you can kind of build on early this part of the year, bring them into OTAs and training camp. So I think that's probably the biggest thing, man. We're communicating defense, play multi schemes, multi different looks, and so every game, every week, we're trying to add a little bit of flavor to our scheme. And so yeah, I think it's just kind of be a communicator, being able to be vocal, even if you're wrong. If you're all right, we're all wrong. You know what I'm saying? So making everybody's on the same page. So I think that's probably the biggest part we can get this part of the season.
Okay.
All better.
We'll go next to Matt Derrick.
Hey Nick, a couple of questions for you. First, this was the longest off season of your career. What was it like for you? What were kind of your directions from your exit meetings, and what was your personal plan for the last really 3 months?
Yeah, obviously, like you said, this offseason is a little bit different. So I was able to get ahead on some stuff that's kind of been bothering me. Kind of like some injury stuff that's been lingering. I had some stuff back after the season and just some injuries in years prior. So I think the biggest part is just getting ahead on that, trying to get as much proactive as I can be. Also with just the rest component, 5 years with extended postseasons, it's good to kind of get an extra rest, get some extra sleep, and spend some time with family. We always get time with family in the off season, but having suspended time, extended time, like I said, my parents got birthdays being part of the year. All my siblings' birthday are in front 4 months of the year, so I get to experience all that stuff with them, and that's been pretty fun.
Was it just rehab and resting, or did you have to have some cleanup done on some of those old injuries?
No, I just rehab. I'm resting. Kind of just kind of stay on the front foot of those things. Julie did a great job of creating a plan for me to kind of be proactive and just using the people we have in the building to kind of stay ahead of everything.
And you mentioned the guys that you're missing. Leo obviously is going to be a big guy that they're
Mhm.
losing off this defense. What will you miss with his absence, and how do you go about trying to replace what he did for you?
Yeah, yeah, the very first day he was here, he said he brings physicality. That's kind of what he brought to his defense and brought to our side of the ball. So we're definitely going to miss him. But with that being said, I think we do a great job of bringing in great competition. Like I said earlier, I think guys come in. Cooch did a great job. When Leo couldn't play the last game of the season, or maybe the last two games of the season, coming in and playing and filling that void for us. So I think a lot of young guys will come in and play a lot. That's our job as vets and coaches as well, to get them play to the play speed they need to be. But yeah, I'm excited for the guys we have in the building for sure.
Okay. We'll go next to Nick Jacobs.
And Johnny, I'll have a follow up if I can, please. Nick, for you, what do you remember about your draft night and that experience of getting that call?
Yeah, my draft night I spent it in Texas at my house. At the time, it was in Little Lamb, so I had all my family come over. I think it was a super surreal night. The first night to get my name called, so I was kind of super anxious, didn't know where or when. then kind of felt linebackers going a little going back to back, and I kind of figured my name was getting called pretty soon. So it was super exciting, super surreal moment. Super happy I got to spend with my family. Everybody who helped me throughout that journey to get there. So yeah, I definitely remember it. I got the card and everything. The person who called my name gave it to me and everything. So I got the whole memo in my room.
And then for the guys that are going to be your new teammates after
Mhm.
this weekend, what advice do you have from them from what you learned from your rookie year to where you're at now in the NFL?
Yeah, just trying to trust your work, trust the process. Nothing happens overnight. Especially we've been accustomed to whenever we win it, we've been the best player at our teams and been able to play with quick success, and that doesn't always happen. So, just being diligent in your work, being consistent, and just not getting don't get bored with the details, I guess, because as you continue to do those things, that they show up when you need them the most.
Any more? Okay, we're good. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you, appreciate y'all.
All right.